In this video, we're going to talk about how to correctly hit down on the ball. So the first way is that people put the ball position way back, so they put it like opposite the right foot. They can still have a scooping motion and a weak impact, but somehow still have some shaft lean because of the ball position. So I'm going to hit one, I'm going to put the ball position more to the right, and then I'm going to still have a scoop and get my angle of attack still down. If your club face is open because you have maybe a weak grip or you don't rotate the forearms properly, the ball position back to the right pushes the ball to the right. So most people won't do that for very long unless they've got a very strong grip, and then they'll just hit big push hooks. Now the second way people get angle of attack more down is by how they tilt the spine, because our circle is going to be controlled by the angle of this spine. So if I tilt my whole spine to the left, I've moved the whole circle to the left, and I've moved my low point left. So I can still have really poor wrist angles where I throw the club and a poor weight shift to the right, but still somehow get my angle of attack down by throwing everything over. That would look like this. Shift to the right, throw over. This kind of a motion will cause an outside in path, generally pull shots, and then because you pull it, you'll fade the ball. Okay, so if your face is open and you do the angle of attack in the correct way by using the wrist angles and a proper weight shift, you're going to hit the ball to the right because angle of attack hits the ball to the right, providing it's done in the proper way. Okay, there's three main ways to control the face. The first one is just how you grip. So if you've got an open face pulling kind of swing, just close the face, then grip, and then twist it back. That's going to be stronger than your normal grip. That's going to put you in a better position to have correct angle of attack, with the face pointing more down when you get to this point in the swing and not up to the sky. If your face is pointing up to the sky and you do correct angle of attack, you're going to hit the ball off the planet right. It just won't happen. Now the second way is how you move your wrist. So you could have a good grip and still manage to open the face if you twist it open. We don't need to twist too closed, but we definitely don't want to be twisting really open in the downswing unless we're hitting a high flop shot. Okay? So to sense what you're doing with this, you could just do a backswing, come down into delivery, and then just sense the club face. You can see here I'm twisting closed, twisting open. In delivery, we actually want the club face to be pretty much 12 o'clock, not open and not too shut. The third way is how you move the forearms. So forearm rotation will control the club face. So if I rotate the forearms to the right, that opens the face, and to the left, closes the face. So how do you get more forearm rotation? Basically, just get ready, lift the club, now twist to the left. I don't want you to change any wrist angle. So this would be changing the wrist angle. I just want forearm rotation, swing to the finish. Okay. Forearm rotation, twist to the finish. Now if you do these three things with your old swing problems of overweight shifting and spinning over the top, you're going to hit some really left shots like this. That'll be a good sign for you at the beginning. We'll persevere and I'll tell you how to straighten this up by using the correct angle of attack. Okay, so now you've got your ball going left with a face closed to the path slightly. Now you can add the angle of attack, which will push your ball to the right, because angle of attack is a face opening move if done correctly. So it will balance everything out. So what I want you to do is, if you have a line between the middle of your stance, with your left hand, I want you to hold the club pretty much horizontal to the ground, and I want to see if you can get this club to hit to the left of that line. When you do this, you're going to feel like your hand is pulling a bit more before you release. If you throw it, you'll hit the ground before the ball. So this is going to be early fat shot and left shot. And this is going to get angle of attack more down, pushing the ball to the right. When you do this, the hand path should feel like it's going more down and more left, which keeps the club more up. So if I lift up, that's going to bring my club head down, and I'm going to hit the ball fat, and I'm going to hit the ball right. So left first. So you can do that with a small swing with one hand, and then add the right hand, just small swing, left, left, left. Okay, the second thing is we need to pivot correctly in the backswing so that when we do this move, we don't just hit outside in, over the top and pull the ball. So a weight shift to the right gives you no choice but to tilt your spine to get the low point more left. So if we don't do that, we don't have to have this over the top move. We can just keep our spine pretty neutral and just swing through. So what I want you to do is, I want you to imagine there's a line next to your left hip. So when I do the backswing, I want my right leg to feel like it's pushing in this direction, which pushes me in the other direction. I want that to happen pretty much at the end of the backswing. When you do this, you're going to feel like your weight falls to your left side. And this pushing move is going to push your hip back and around, which gets your arms deeper and more behind you, which gets the swing path more inside. So now, when you bring this down, it will all balance and you won't be out to in. If I weight shift to the right, I have to spin over the top. So the checkpoint is there's a line next to your left hip. When I do my backswing, I want to be bumping into that line using my right leg. If I'm away from that, I'm going to start lifting with my arms and then I'm going to spin over the top. Okay? Now, once you've got this point and you've got your hands coming down more, I want you to use your ball as feedback to teach you what you need to do. So when you hit the ball, the sound of the impact and the ball flight is going to teach you everything. That's why when you practice, you've got to constantly observe what's happening. Firstly, with the strike, where the ball takes off and how the ball flies. Because this is going to give you the feedback so that you can use error detection to learn the move. If you're hitting the ball fat, you know you're doing one of two things wrong. You're throwing the hands, you're not pulling enough, or you're weight shifting to the right. It's one of those things. Now, if you're hitting the ball to the left with a pull, then you know that you're coming outside in and throwing the club. So when you do that, you get some sense. So if I hit one to the left, my body knows now that that move is a left move, so I can add the move that pushes the ball to the right into the swing. Okay, so just to recap, we've got to get the face correct, number one. Number two is we need the correct pivot. And number three, we need the correct release, so we need to know how much we can pull the hands, which can straighten the ball off and stop it from being pulled to the left. It's your job now to assess each time you hit the ball which part you're missing. Okay? Okay, good luck. I hope that helps. See you in the next one.